Jesus. You're going to be creepy, are you? The circular door hangs slightly ajar. A maleficent figure lurks on the other side. It glowers at us. Maru and I freeze in place, suddenly afflicted by a sense of sheer terror. Without warning, the wooden door slithers open, and the shadow beyond is cast into light.
Good to see you.
Oh my. Okay, you don't really look like Toko. You look more like you definitely have like a teacherly vibe to you. Hello there.
What's going on?
My sincerest apologies. I didn't mean to frighten you. The strange woman quietly adjusts her glasses and peers at us. You must be Hiroaki Azuki and Maru Yokokume, correct?
Did not see that coming.
You know our names?
Are you kidding?
Of course she does. She's clearly the one who trapped us all here.
I'm gonna strike.
Just a look at her fancy outfit, her ID card and glasses. She's dressed just like some kind of privately contracted security officer.
I see.
Oh my, I was told you all possess colourful personalities, but never mind, darling.
You have potential.
She gives me Dommy Mommy vibes, this one. So that's the voice we're going with. There's quite an innocent reason why I know your name, Maru. I'm one of Bitokukawa's instructors.
Huh?
Huh?
Bullshit. Aren't you too young for that?
Allow me to explain.
That's awfully sweet of you, darling, but no. I'm just your teacher. Or at least I was supposed to be.
What?
How on earth are we supposed to know you're legit? It's not like they told any of us how this was supposed to work out.
It's merely my responsibility.
You can take a closer look at my ID if you wish, Maru.
Despite these unforeseen circumstances, it's nice to meet so many of my pupils. I'm Shiori Nakagawa, Ultimate Instructor for the Academy's 17th class. You can also call me Professor, or even just Miss N.
Huh. Okay, Shiori. Instructor. That is interesting. Well, I'm guessing you are basically going to be a participant in this killing game. I don't think I've ever seen a fangan that has had one of the participants technically be the teacher of the class. That's a new one. Very interesting. Right, well, I'm just going to say it right now. There's no way she's the mastermind. I think that would be too obvious. Way too obvious. So, I feel like, potential murder victim? I don't know. Or potential survivor? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm gonna predict potential murder victim for now. So how many people have I predicted might be a victim so far? 3 of them. So assuming that this fangan has 6 chapters, like any official Danganronpa title, that means there's got to be probably at least 5 murder victims in this. That's the thing, actually. Is this fangan going to subvert some of the typical Danganronpa cliches and tropes? Or is it going to stick to them? For example, like the double murder in Chapter 3. Is that going to be a thing? Or is this game going to just say, no, we're not doing any of that? Who knows? Right, well, I'm going to predict for now that you're going to be a victim. I don't know, I just feel like it. You have a teacher here, another potential leader. That makes you a target, I think. Okay, but I do find it interesting having a teacher as a participant in the game. Like I said, Nakagawa. I think I've heard that name before. Yeah, I'm sure of it. She's definitely a teacher here. Maru, who's been vigorously studying Professor Nakagawa's ID card, seems to arrive at a similar conclusion.
Cut me some slack.
Crap, she's not lying.
Trust one another.
See, Maru? She's trustworthy. Still, it was a little strange.
Let me see.
After that email thing we talked about, I really thought the school faculty were the ones responsible for this.
That's not it.
No, darling, I promise I played no part in this. I didn't even wake up until I heard your frantic knocking. It comes as quite a shock to me that so many people were trapped in this basement.
Perhaps.
Yet what I find even more distressing is how they all seem to be my students. So a good question for you is, I assume you know the layout of this school. You can verify that this is indeed the school that we're at, I'm guessing.
Greetings.
Ah, Hiroaki and Maru, you found someone else. The other Ultimates, no longer distracted by their own conversations, finally start to take note of us.
A concerning tale.
I'm afraid this isn't our teammate, however. Oh.
Oui.
We, as is way more quiet.
We must come from different worlds.
Such egregious wardrobe choices, all of you. Does a single one of you know what a mirror is?
You're wrong.
Hey, be considerate. This is our teacher. Why am I going... I'm going to a strange accent here now with her. Ah, you know what? Screw it. I was trying to give her sort of the it girl voice for Maru. I'll actually just give her my Scouse voice. Hey, be considerate. This is our teacher you're talking to.
Really?
Teacher?
Hello again.
Hello, everyone. I'm Professor Shiori Nakagawa, but you can just call me Miss N, darlings. Or you can call me... Mistress.
Huh?
Hey, bro, hold on. You're our new instructor, or instructor even. Who are going to meet next? The Prime Minister?
Huh?
Were you kidnapped too, Shiori?
Just a warning.
Idiot, she's probably the one who brought us here.
What's going on?
Was this all some form of poorly planned school orientation?
What's that supposed to mean?
What sort of orientation involves life-threatening escape rooms?
No, it can't be.
Escape rooms, darlings?
I refuse to believe it.
Oh, was she not in one then, I'm guessing? Guys, wait. I'm sure she's a victim, just like the rest of us.
Expectations subverted!
You're telling me not even teachers are safe from the clutches of our kidnappers? Oh, bro, we're definitely in some deep shit.
Wait.
Fellow peers, there is no need for hysterics. We must remain calm.
That's messed up.
If it wasn't the school that's responsible for this, maybe we should consider a supernatural explanation.
Amen.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, but this strikes me as a tad too far.
Ah, hell, man.
Does anyone have any idea what's going on here?
Bear with me.
Everyone, please. I'm aware that our situation leaves much to be desired, but if we could just... A palpable tension permeates the room, growing higher with every passing moment. Is Coco about to crop up? The little robo-monkey?
Well, maybe.
Maru, could I borrow your megaphone for just 1 second?
Hang on.
I don't know. I'm usually opposed to authority figures who seize control of communication technology.
Yes.
Please, it's urgent, darling.
Come on.
Fine, maybe just for a bit. Before Maru finishes speaking, Professor Nakagawa snatches the megaphone from her hands and brings it to her mouth.
Everyone, listen up.
The crowd falls into a stunned silence. Shoko opens his mouth to speak, but is quickly shushed by the people around him. I guess Maru was right. People really do listen to whoever has a megaphone.
Since we find ourselves in a delicate situation, I think it's best for me to be as concise and transparent as possible.
Thing is, though, if there's a girl A somewhere who we've not met, are we going to discover them dead and potentially go straight into an investigation, kind of like Project Eden's Garden? Or, another prediction here, do we find girl A, whoever they are, alive, they're the 16th student, and Shiori is going to die? I don't know. It's just odd that we have a teacher here. It's very different.
Like the rest of you, I was departing for the school, alone, before suddenly passing out on the boat.
Interesting that you know that. That apparently people were ferried there alone. Or, you know, well actually then again if she's a teacher, and if that's how the school normally does it, then okay, well she would know then.
I haven't a single clue as to what's going on. However, in the short time I've been awake, I've learned a potentially disturbing piece of information. This underground location we're trapped in is beneath Bitokukawa Academy.
What?
Another round of murmurs materialises, but fades soon enough.
Stop right now.
Settle down, darlings.
Allow me to explain.
This is the basement section of the school's assembly building. I woke up upstairs a few minutes ago and glanced outside to confirm our location.
I do not ask for much.
You didn't search any of it in depth? No, I didn't want to run headfirst into a potentially dangerous situation, especially not alone. Why would they have this huge basement just ready for kidnappings? Are you guys prolific murderers?
That's not it.
This area is mainly used for storage, darling. There were no escape rooms or anything of the sort last year, I assure you.
Try again.
Okay, so yeah, she's been here for a while. If she said she can remember things apparently last year. I know I don't have much information for you, but please know that I'm putting my full effort into keeping all of you safe.
Not part of the curriculum.
It's been quite a shock to me as well, darling. Today was supposed to be our opening ceremony, a proud day, tainted by a set of mysterious crimes.
That's why I want you all to put your trust in me and work together. If only for now.
Okay, this is reinforcing the possibility that you're gonna die.
As the ultimate instructor, I promise you, we will leave this place unharmed.
Oh god. Are you the 16th participant here? Or are you a patsy who's been set up just to be killed? I feel like you could be a patsy who's been set up to be killed here. I feel like you're triggering death flags immediately. We all stare in awe as Shiori calmly hands the megaphone back to a displeased yet nonetheless impressed Maru. While the rest of us have been senselessly bickering the entire time, it had only taken her a few minutes to regain her composure and take the lead.
What in tarnation?
Well, I don't know about y'all even, but I'm on her side.
I tip my hat to that.
Take it away, Teach. Tell us what to do to get out of this mess.
Fate smiles upon us.
Yes, I'm confident in our instructor's ability to handle this crisis. I'm sure we'll uncover the truth shortly. The previously rowdy crowd of students begins bringing themselves into order, proactively discussing their next steps. Is this what a class led by an ultimate instructor feels like? If so, then I definitely made the right choice in coming here.
What? That's all it takes for you to trust her?
Uh-oh. Girl A? Eh? We all turn towards the source of the voice.
I have a few questions for you, Professor. And depending on how you answer, we'll see if you really are just a victim in this whole situation.
Yeah, so I was just counting my list of people again. So we definitely have 16, and now you're a 17th character. I mean, then again, I'm sort of assuming here that, like any Danganronpa, it'll be 16 characters, 16 participants. You never know. Some of these might go for different numbers of people. Okay, so who are you then?
It's...
Girl A?
Girl A! Stop calling me that.
The woman strolls into the room, a resolute expression firmly planted upon her face. She had spoken with extreme confidence and poise, but from where I was standing I could see that her shoulders were trembling.
Oh,
Oh dear, those are some rather provocative statements.
Let me think.
Bro, I'm so confused. Who's this random loner?
No? Yes? Maybe?
I mean, she sounds like she... His voice line went on a bit then. I mean, she sounds like she knows what she's talking about, dude.
You.
Right. What's your deal? What voice should I give you? I already had a character who I gave to Irish. I gave the Irish, didn't I? The Irish accent. I've forgotten who it was, though. Oh, no, I didn't. That was the Broadway dancer who I then switched to deep South American. Alright, I'll give you the Irish accent. First of all, why are you alone while travelling to the island? I know for a fact that ultimate instructors are accompanied by a secretary at all times when they're on official business.
well, maybe.
I have a theory.
Furthermore, it makes no sense that you'd only arrive at the school today. It's the opening ceremony. You should have been on the island for at least a week already, handling preparations with the rest of the faculty. Who is she? She seems to know a lot about the school, but to barge in here and start conflict like this, it's... I quell my emotions and try to think.
I'm not holding back.
And finally,
I wonder.
while the rest of us were locked in these rooms, you were kept in a place where you could glance outside and access the entire campus. True that. What is the teacher's deal? The fact that the professor doesn't say anything really isn't helping.
You're kidding.
I think I have a better idea of what's going on here.
That's weird.
You and possibly a few others sent those emails to us so we would isolate ourselves on those speedboats. We placed a timing-triggered sleeping agent on each boat so that by the time we arrived at the school, each of us would be unconscious. You and your accomplices hauled us from the beach over to this building and into those rooms, which you'd rigged with deadly puzzle mechanisms over spring break.
I got it.
Finally, you locked the circular door and waited for us, all of us to solve the escape rooms, so you could barge in and pretend to be one of the victims, right or wrong.
Really?
A shit. Scouse accent. Oh my god, did she actually?
No!
Bro, if she was lying about all this stuff, how do we know if her name is actually Shiori?
No.
Her ID checks out.
What a disgrace.
And given the fact we've never seen one before, forging a real instructor's ID would be a simple task.
Thinking sounds.
So, she's not actually one of the teachers here.
That's worse.
That would be a monstrous revelation. Fraud of such an esteemed ultimate is the highest crime one can commit, other than murder, of course.
Of all the...
Darlings, please. Just like before, the room descends into havoc, though this time with a much more negative and horrified tone directed at the professor. I mean, Girl A raises some interesting questions, absolutely. Who seems completely taken aback by Girl A's accusations, unable to utter a single word in response.
I'm done with this.
I think it's best if you quietly surrender and tell us what you're planning. No, I don't think I can let this happen. It's all just a misunderstanding. I know it is. Do you? I need to step in here, even if it means I have to bring up that.
I refuse to believe it.
Wait, Just one question, girl, eh?
I wonder.
How did you know about everything she said? You weren't here when Professor Nakagawa introduced herself. Good point.
That's wrong.
After you and your team members left your escape room, I slipped inside when you were busy with that statue. I've been listening in ever since. Yeah, what? That's not the right voice. French. Why'd you do that? We've been worried sick.
One of the worst things ever.
Running off by yourself in such a bad situation, that's really, really dangerous.
You're kidding.
Hiding was safer than simply hanging out in the open like the rest of you.
Kremlin.
If there was someone dangerous in the building, and there is, I would have been a sitting duck.
I have a theory.
I only left my hiding place once I realised their goal was manipulation and not murder.
Not a chance.
It's fair, I guess. There's just one problem with your theory.
Huh?
Yes?
It's not that deep.
Bito Kukawa's actually been a bit of an administrative mess for the past few months. That would explain why Professor Nakagawa didn't have a secretary, or why she couldn't meet with the other faculty before the opening ceremony.
It's plausible.
Everyone's been scrambling to keep things together. So much of the old protocol was abandoned. Interesting. Interesting he knows this. Guess he did his research like Makoto, or is there more to it, Hiroaki?
Touché.
Oh yeah, I think I remember what happened now.
Cheese and crackers!
So do I. The old hairmaster, he got arrested and fired from his job, didn't he? Ah, interesting. So we're definitely confirming that that's happened before. Well, obviously it should have been obvious, shouldn't it? Because old Hiroaki was talking about how he wanted to be an ultimate. Yeah, clearly that was before this. What am I saying?
Yeah.
They tried to contain the scandal to local stations. If you've both heard of it,
What?
what was he fired for? Sorry, I rarely pay attention to these kind of things. I'm pretty sure he killed someone.
Really?
Oh, really? I thought it was just an accident. I mean, he got off on a lighter sentence during the trial.
Huh?
I heard he was hiding human remains, possibly inside this very basement. Dude, what?
Enough of your games!
We've been stepping on graves. Bless our noble footwear and cotton socks.
That's all I got.
I was joking. I wouldn't rule it out either.
Explain yourself.
You fear-mongering fishmonger.
You should be ashamed.
I see. So the involuntary departure of the headmaster explains Professor Nakagawa's actions. What do you say, Professor? Am I right?
I see.
As a matter of fact, darling, you are correct. Truth is, I'm not at liberty to speak on the matter. I'm under a strict non-disclosure agreement for these kind of topics.
I understand.
Yeah, there's already been a lot of bad press with the school lately, so I can see why.
Am I clear?
As for why the professor was kept separate from us, perhaps our abductors didn't want to help us with any of the escape rooms? She would have been able to calm a group down and get them to work together, which isn't exactly how most of our teams behaved. It also kind of been like a numbers thing. 17 doesn't divide evenly into much, you know.
Did I hear that correctly?
There are 17 of us in total, right? I've never been great with keeping track of these things.
Are you stupid?
That's idiotic.
Give me a second.
It's just an open and shut case of a poorly prepared criminal getting caught in their lies. Could it be any more obvious?
My answer is thus.
I believe Hiroaki's theory is accurate, though it doesn't explain everything about the situation. Helps to shed light on many of the things the professor said.
No one is perfect.
Throwing around such bold claims will do nothing to ease our distrust and hostility.
There is always tomorrow.
It's best to remain calm, and if stronger evidence comes up, we can follow it to its logical conclusion. Yes, that is a good point to say, right, I need to jump cut for a moment, because I kinda need to go to the bathroom. 1 second, everyone. Okay, right, back in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going. It's best to remain calm. Alright, he's already said that. Or I've already said it, rather. What's your deal, girl, eh? What's your name? What's your talent? Otherwise you're literally just coming in here, a mysterious figure, levelling accusations. Oh. Is that your attempt at hiding?
If you say so.
Listen, I know you're just trying to help, in your own way at least.
Hi.
But why don't you tell us your name and talent first? I think that'd be a good start.
I'm not telling you that.
Oh?
She's Hideo Sako, the ultimate theorist.
Oh, she's a theorist, is she? Okay. Hide Osako. Theorist. He just got outed. Okay.
I'm grateful.
I see. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Hide wasn't trying to start anything out of ill intent. She's just used to theorising about things. When Professor Nakagawa first appeared, she took it as an opportunity to use her talent for our sake.
No!
It's not even close to how it... Never mind.
Huh?
So Miss N wasn't behind this after all.
Thanks a lot.
Bruh, thanks for getting me riled up for nothing, girl, eh? I think the book thing is her way of hiding. Okay, so she's a bit shy, but is trying to be a bit more confident, I guess. Well then, since I managed to turn the conversation around, I should try to change the subject.
Hello again.
Now that we have Professor Nakagawa and Hide with us, all of Class 17 is here, correct? 16 students and 1 instructor. That's how Bitakukawa usually runs their classes. Fucking nerd! How do you know so much about this school? Well, going here has been my lifelong dream for as long as I can remember. Hope it doesn't bother anyone.
An A+ in reasoning.
Darling, your knowledge of this school has proven immensely helpful, Hiroaki. You're certainly living up to your title.
It was nothing.
You think so? Hiroaki said it well, Hide. I was admittedly taken aback by what you said to the point of speechlessness, but...
Yes.
It's true. The school's recent scandals have affected standard protocol, darling. Under normal circumstances, I would have arrived at the island over a week ago.
I'm looking forward to it.
I sincerely apologise for any confusion. Hope we can leave this misunderstanding behind us and start over, okay?
I don't get it.
Fine, I'll play along for now. At that, what remaining confidence she has vanishes like a hushed whisper. Still, I find it hard to take pity on her. She was the one who presented those ludicrous accusations in the first place.
Top marks.
Darling, that's good. Whatever makes you comfortable here, Dave.
Perhaps.
Okay, return to business, please. I suggest we take a brief recess here before we leave the building.
Please see me afterwards.
I imagine these last few minutes have done nothing to improve your emotional states, so let's regroup. Okay, when's the monkey gonna pop up? Probably very soon. With that, everyone breaks apart and begins chatting amongst themselves. My god, epidemiologist back there really is dressing up like Mary Poppins. And Stuntman is basically climbing around on that monkey statue. How curious. I see Extreme Couponer is just hiding behind one of the bushes. How strange. Though it does seem like the majority of them are avoiding Hide. Wow, nobody wants to be her friend. I'm telling you now, she will probably go through some real character development. Right, I'm gonna make a prediction. Theorist. She's gonna be a survivor, I reckon. She's a survivor. I'm saying that right now. I think. Do you think? Actually, I'm gonna make another prediction actually about Hide. She's gonna become the partner. I feel like she could be a detective sort, potentially, or someone who learns to kind of get into that role. Yeah, that's 2 predictions. She's going to be our partner. She's going to be a survivor.
Please?
Oh, what a cool laptop. Can I see it? Please, please, please.
Hang on!
You go away. I'm in enough trouble logging in as it is.
You've improved.
I must say, you appear to be in peak physical condition. Do you follow a specialised weightlifting routine?
People of the Earth,
The will of the people is a far heavier burden than any weight or sandbag. Fascinating.
You're wrong.
Voice, Scouse. I know that look, hero. I'm not actually screaming into her ear with a megaphone. Don't come after me. Oh well, for the most part, seems like they're all getting along. Today's been nothing short of exhausting. I still don't have a single clue why we're here, but at the very least it's comforting knowing that all the Ultimates are finally working as one. Not for much longer, though. Never mind. I was about to say, when's the monkey going to pop up? Here he is.
Did not see that coming.
What was that? A warped voice echoes from a hidden speaker above us. Okay. Dude, stop speaking Turkish and start. Sorry, I don't mean to be offensive to any Turkish viewers. I'm just making a joke.
What? Oh, and I've cut it off a bit there. What?
Is he going to speak properly now?
Oops! Sorry, everyone! I accidentally set my voice filter to goofy and incomprehensible. I just wanted to welcome you all to Bitokukawa Academy. I'm thrilled you've all started to become friends.
Killing game soon to start.
Huh?
That voice.
Excuse me?
It's like the one I heard on the tape recorder right after I woke up. It's not nearly as menacing, though. To be honest, it's actually kind of cute.
You cretin!
Is this the vile cretin who abducted us?
You've ruined everything, Prole!
Return my possessions this instant, Prole! Don't provoke them. They surely have sniper rifles aimed at all of us.
I didn't mean to.
Ah, so scary.
Citizens, your savior is here.
Fear not, citizens. My suit is equipped with bulletproof spandex. I'll shield you all with my body.
You're kidding.
I'm gonna have rifles aimed at us. We're underground. Oh, forget it.
Stick together, please.
Oh, geez, it seems you're all bubbling with questions and about to burst. Don't worry, I'm going to show each and every one of you how to have the best, safest, most successful school experience.
I find that rather distasteful.
Experience? Surely this isn't your idea of an orientation.
That's the way of the rabble-rouser.
These people are unhinged. This is what happens to you if you work in education.
One more thing.
Felt like a dig at the teacher. Now I need you to all together in the assembly room. It's easy to find because it's right above you. Go through the circular door and up the staircase.
Bye!
See you soon. The announcement ends with another irritating crackle.
What the hell are you talking about?
There's no fucking chance. I'm going up there now.
I know it's hard.
Are you just going to hide away in your cupboard again? You can't do that forever, you know.
Let me check the grimoire.
The Grimoire once told of a big bad witch who lives in a cupboard under a staircase, scribbling unnecessary and disturbing lore.
Surely an omen.
There's no food or water down here, and while I've been able to manage thus far, we'll need to search for supplies eventually.
See ya.
They haven't harmed us yet, right? Let's just go upstairs.
Another thing.
Teach, did you see anything out of place when you were up there?
Try again.
No, darling. The room was completely empty. I didn't search it very carefully, though. I have a feeling some of my voices probably are blending together a bit. You know what? That's fine.
Students.
I think it's best if we comply with their demands, assuming that's what they are. Were even. Truthfully, it was hard to tell.
Please see me afterwards.
Gather behind me. I'll go up first.
Super job.
Volunteering to be on the front lines, such heroism. I'm sorry for ever distrusting you, Lady Nakagawa. We gather into a single file line behind the professor and cautiously proceed up the stairs. Who'll be waiting for us up above? Or what? Oh, interesting. Very Spartan-looking assembly hall, this. What are we clicking on then? Just on the characters? I'm guessing if we talk to the teach, that'll advance the story. So let's talk to everyone first. There's no one here besides us.
Give me some slack.
Shit, why is the place empty?
I'm old.
Maybe they got delayed. My clients are usually 20 or 30 minutes late to pick things up.
Extortion!
That's because they're destitute geezers who use public transportation.
Didn't expect that.
I could ask the Grimoire for advice.
Goodness!
Youth attempting some sort of pagan divination ritual? Blasphemous. The devil himself must be whispering lies through your tome of avarice. I take that back, polyproselytizer. You're hurting its feelings.
God, you're so lame!
How can you stupid ass book have hurt feelings?
You putrid!
Don't tell me you've animated it with satanic power. Is she hyper-religious, this girl? Because if so, that's going to be very interesting.
Exploitation!
He's not a satanic, he's a conduit for the divine power of legendary discounts. Looks like you get along with that fisherman.
I'm not talking to you.
Hey bro, that's not a fair comparison at all. Namiki's above stealing newspaper clippings from his neighbours, maybe.
No.
Conqueror Stars Abyss, seriously guys, it's 3 words. It's not that hard. Infighting peasantry. Primary reason why I retain my wealth.
Students.
God, the headache I'm getting from this argument is making my vision turn white.
Hiya!
Monkey,
How unexpected.
did anyone hear that? The few of us able to hear Yato over the unfolding chaos turn towards the source of the sound. Where'd the monkey be?
I'm glad you all listened to my announcement.
You don't look evil. Huh. Unless you turn evil?
So incredibly sorry for the delay. I was trying to set up some things behind the scenes.
Or are there 2 of you? Damn, buddy, he's not that scary.
What in Tard and Feather Nation? How is that thing talking and moving?
It's called a robot.
Is this some kind of prank?
My word, I knew that the Academy was experimenting with advanced technology, but... Technology? This is clearly the work of the 4 horsemen.
The fuck?
It's a fucking monkey, not a horse.
I didn't mean to!
It's It's probably here to avenge all the chimps we skinned for our latest designer handbags. What?
Bear with me.
Seems to be modelled after the statue we saw underground.
I'll never surrender.
Quick, someone distracted with a banana.
Hiya!
I don't eat those. I
surrender.
It's a carnivore. We'll be true to bits.
You putrid.
Step back, or already the holy hand grenade of Antioch. I like your Monty Python reference. Thank you very much.
Please, everyone, calm yourselves. I'm a harmless, friendly, huggable, fun-loving monkey. Think of me like a stuffed animal.
When do you turn evil? Or where's your evil partner?
Oh.
Please don't eat me, Mr. Monkey. You might turn blue or die of cholera and dysentery. I'm sure the others would be much healthier for you.
Oh dear. Maybe introducing myself will help?
Goodness.
Cover your ears lest this foul apparition of Lucifer lead you astray.
I'm Bizzarosaru, counselor at Bitokukawa Academy. Relax, take deep breaths, ooh, and be mindful of yourself and others.
Okay. You are the counselor.
Unacceptable.
Claims to be employed by the Academy. Ludicrous.
What do you mean?
You shouldn't keep calling your counsellor it, you know. It may be some people's preference, but it certainly isn't mine.
You asked for it.
Kukusaru. Okay.
It's Bizzarosaru! Just Coco is fine, if you have trouble remembering.
Yeah, the voice I've given it isn't really the right kind of voice. Also, that line, the way you said that, is making me... It's giving me vibes of another character. I feel like I've heard that voice before. Who's the VA for this one? And have they done any other roles? I don't know. Bizzarosaru.
Fantastique!
That's a good name, I like it.
I don't care.
I assume you're some kind of AI-powered robot, one that's supposed to act as a therapist.
Yay!
Voice. Here we give my Usami Bruce Forsyth to see you nice voice. Gold star for Naomi. I hope someone understands. I was programmed with data gathered from hundreds of thousands of psychiatric patients. I'm very confident in my abilities.
Wow!
Does that mean you have, like, data related to serial killers and stuff too?
I'm a monkey.
Oh yes, but it's completely safe. All that data is pruned and mutated for my patient's safety.
Are you gonna be alright?
That sounds violent. I hope the data's feeling well after such an invasive procedure. Holy shit, this can't be real. Even Fan seems tame in comparison to this. I'm also trained in over
So helpful.
7 million friendly conversation topics and 73,011 ways to resolve conflict without hurting anyone's feelings.
Your mom would be proud.
Why would anyone care about either of those things? What a fucking waste of AI.
Okay, short stack.
Let me guess, a good use would be when you used it for your forum profile picture, right?
Shut up!
Oh no. Is he into AI? Shoko, have you been generating AI art? Have you been on DeviantArt, setting up an account, producing God knows how much AI art and trying to sell it? Are you into crypto? Are you a crypto bro? You sound like a typical frigging terminally online person. Stable Diffusion is the future, dipshit.
I'd like to order the Caesar salad with a large fries and 2 waters to drink!
What?
Huh?
We stare at the monkey with even more surprise than before.
Yay! You stopped fighting!
Okay, I like how you got the monkey noises in there as well, VA. That was conflict resolution method 5695, spewing random nonsense. Shuts down even productive conversations.
Here's the problem.
Sadly, it only works once or twice, so it'd be helpful if you go along from now on. No. Eep, I figured as much. Take notes, Coco. Looks like we'll be in for a long ride.
Let me check my database.
Ultimates are just so conflict-prone at times, even with the best and fluffiest resources.
If you need to talk, call me.
Oh well, look on the bright side. I'm not going to bother with my strange lispy voice. I'm just going to talk normally with a bit of a cheery inflection. If you were all perfect, they wouldn't have needed to bring me in my special technology here. You mean those strange tablets we found? I'll give you 500 yen for them.
I'm all ears.
I'm pretty sure mine don't work. Let me whip it out again. Mimicking Toya, I pull out my tablet and press the power button. It turns on, though no pixelated hologram or anything like that appears this time. In its place is what seems to be a menu screen. Oh, so that's where all of the Cocoa Pads went.
I wasn't trained for this.
Strange, I didn't remember leaving them out yet. Man, you guys must have been so confrustrated.
You don't say.
bruh, you don't say. I had no idea what was happening when I turned mine on.
Come on, Coco.
Oh dear, I'll try to explain then.
Hell, you.
The Cocoa Pads all produce augmented reality interactive audio holograms, or ARIAs for short. They emit specialised infrasonic waves that interfere with your sensory mechanisms, causing you to perceive false sights, sounds and haptics. Oh great. You make us hallucinate. Lovely.
I'm trying my best, okay?
Large spectator groups are accounted for as well, with differentiated frequencies transmitted to each observer to simulate differences in spatial position.
Those are indeed words.
We can survive together.
If you're having trouble understanding, I install captions in all of your Cocoa Pads. It's my pleasure to accommodate all of our students.
Did not see that coming.
You're right. On the Cocoa Pad menu screen, there's an option to enable Cocolosed captions.
What was that?
Oh boy. Why, thanks for the help, Mr. Robot. I feel both supported and deeply disturbed. Now I won't ignore everything you've been saying, like I have been for the past whatever minutes.
I don't make the rules.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm a little concerned.
Perceive false sights. It sounds rather suspicious, I must say. What intentions do you have in utilising such technology? It's nothing like that. I've figured out how to make ARIAs that aren't small and pixelated, so these Cocoa Pads are currently only used for our gift system. I plan to distribute randomised gifts to students, which you can share with each other to build lasting and meaningful friendships.
Excuse me?
Wait, so that pixelated leaf blower was just some gift that I'm supposed to give to another classmate?
We can survive together.
Exactarectamundo. Guide to read that. Would you like a tutorial on how to send your cute little gifts digitally?
You can't be serious!
No.
Oh.
Utilising cutting-edge technology for such a frivolous purpose is almost obscene.
I am deeply disappointed.
I'm curious if such wastefulness is commonplace in Bitter Kokawa Academy.
Thanks. I hate it.
No one on the right mind would develop an autonomous AI just to use it in some obnoxiously sappy animatronic ape even. By the way, is this music a remix of Monami's theme? Or is it Usami's extracurricular lesson from DR2? Feels like it could be. I feel like there's a few tunes so far that have been remixes, which is cool.
I'm not bad.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm trying my best, but please be nice. It's my first day on the job and I'm just working with what I've been given.
Denied.
Bro, why do we have to bend over backwards for you? You're the therapist. Hey, it's not going well, Coco.
I didn't do anything.
I mean, I put you all in those group bonding rooms. It's only helped one team get along better. Looks like I won't be using that idea again.
The fuck?
Wait, what? Group bonding rooms? Hey, I shouldn't have said that.
Explain yourself.
Pestilent primate, you're responsible for trapping us in those.
Useless as always.
Look at such a small stuffed animal, carry us all.
I'm a monkey.
I may be small, but I have a big heart and bigger muscles. I can bench press over 90,000 pounds.
I don't encourage that.
Telling you that isn't really helping the situation, is it?
You're mocking me!
Pounds? What sort of nonsense is it going on about?
I will elucidate.
Ah, now it's trying to confuse us with fictional units of measurement. Just get that cheeky dig in at the Imperial system. I mean, I'm not against it. Imperial is kind of bollocks. Metric is the way forward. Every country should be using it. United States.
Inconceivable!
Tell me, apparition of Lucifer, do the armies of hell also use these so-called pounds? How about the... Uta begins violently spraying the stuffed animal with disinfectant. Please, you'll ruin my soft and cuddly fur.
You should be ashamed.
A joke in poor taste. How can one possibly think of this soulless machine as a counsellor?
I see the problem
If
here.
nothing else, it's a prime example of how professionals in this field often prove unreliable.
I failed you all.
Please, harassing the counsellor with antiseptics is against the rules. Oh. Is he going to transform into an evil version? The one that we saw at the very beginning?
You dare gaze upon me?
Let's just break the fucking thing. I bet it's lying about how strong it is.
What's going on?
Well, it is a shame to destroy such intriguing technology, darling. The safety of my students is paramount.
Daddy extreme!
I rejoice that the professor is letting us lay waste to school property. I knew you were a funny teacher.
Oh, check this out.
Awesome. I'm great at smashing fancy shit up. My clients have me break this kid's smartphones all the time. What kind of clients do you get?
You're serious, aren't you?
That's a terrible way to discipline your child and
No, don't!
The robot monkey's sentence is cut off as Uta sends it flying across the room with a single kick.
Totally crushed it.
Whoa, bro. That was amazing. How'd you do that?
I am here.
I drew upon the power of the Holy Spirit. Only an apparition can harm another of its kind. Oh god. Are you one of those violent kinds of religious people? I'm sure that's not going to be bad for us, is it? Right, I'm just making a prediction. Where are you on my list, Uta? I think you're going to be a victim. I think someone is going to take the hump with you, and they're going to kill you.
Yikes.
Bro, sorry I asked.
I didn't mean to.
Guys, I'm not sure we should be hurting him. He was kind of nice to us, and...
Live a little!
I focus up on the knives out, everyone. Tonight we dine on monkey brain.
Please, be careful.
Excuse me, but you'll get infected with prions if you eat those. Prions?
Seems right to me.
The misfolded proteins that spongify your brain. That, or a curse from an ancient demonic spirit. One of the two.
Moving on.
I assure you, they're both.
Blondes do it better.
I still wouldn't mind trying some, though, if there's hot sauce. Jeez, you guys sure can get intense. Everyone crowds around Coco's small figure, each prepared for their preferred method of violence.
Killing is bad.
I had no idea it'd be this hard to handle a single class. I promise I'm doing my best, you guys. I just wanted to... That.
Have the villains won?
How terrible. We made them cry.
Huh?
Aren't therapists supposed to be, like, too traumatized to display emotions or something?
Enough of your games!
It's the screams of the damned. Cover your ears lest you be dragged to the ninth circle of hell. Oh. Uh-oh. Here comes the evil version, I think. Suddenly, the stuffed animal violently lurches forward, shaking and quivering with a maddened intensity as its golden fur scorches to ashen grey. These screams are getting really intense. I kind of vibe with it, though. It reminds me of my posse before a big protest.
Whoa, chill.
You what?
Florence!
What's going on? Did you all break it with your fancy moves?
I ask for your grace.
I'll take care of it. Careful. Uta readies a forceful kick. But before her blow can connect, the convulsing machine rockets into the air with unnatural speed. Here it is.
Slow. Far too slow. You must be severely depressed to have such horrible reflexes.
Okay, so it is the same monkey. It's not a pair then. It switches between good and bad modes, I guess.
What the fuck?
It's revealing its inner demonic nature! Everyone, stand back while I ready my holy water!
I don't know if that's going to do much good here.
Shit, you're a useless bodyguard. Get behind the big guy!
Do not worry, my peers. I will protect you through sheer force of will alone.
I don't think that's going to work either.
You idiot! That's not gonna help us against an actual demon!
I demand silence!
The walls shudder and creak in terror at the thunderous voice of the red-eyed phantom, which spoke with a demanding cruelty. Whether out of fear, compliance, or a misshapen amalgam of both, none of us utter a single word in response. Okay.
Worthless.
Time for my
All of you.
voice that's a bit more akin to my Monokuma voice. Such a pretentious pallet of colourful cretins you are. Perhaps if I had his patience, I could have overlooked your irritating banter.
You are beyond therapy.
But your antics and paltry excuses for jokes have eroded what little tolerance I had for you.
My oh my.
Quite the quiet crowd, I see. Frankly, I was expecting my appearance to cause a more vocal breed of terror.
It's finally happening.
Seriously, where's the energy? Cat got your tongue? Caught like a deer in the lights of an oncoming train?
Oh?
Oh well, there's not much I can do about it. After all, fear is a concept you have yet to truly understand. It remains distant, foreign to you all.
How best to torment you.
But when at last you are faced with a moment of true fear, of primal fear, a single instance of unparalleled mortality,
Your lives are mine.
perhaps then I'll hear the harmonious screams I've been waiting for. Sorry, I started saying harmonious, then for some reason switched to parsimonious in my head. Ended up saying harsimonious, which is not even a word. What is this monkey, creature talking about? Mortality? Is this some kind of joke?
So it was you.
Darling, as a teacher at this academy, I cannot condone these violent threats. Whatever you're suggesting, I won't allow it. Why do I feel like you're going to be the example? He's going to kill you because you're the teacher. 17. Or he's going to make an example of the faculty member. I feel like it. He, she, they, whatever this thing is.
Get out of my sight!
My, such arrogance. You think something as feeble as a teacher's permission matters to me?
You'll be pleased to know.
Are you going to send me home early, give me detention, ask me to see the counsellor, to see myself?
You have some gall.
I think not. Besides, why would you waste your time protecting these delinquents? They're not even your students anymore.
I saw that.
What? If you want confirmation of that, instruct these deplorables to check the student profiles on their ARIA tablets.
You will be punished severely.
And no, we won't be calling them Cocoa Pads. Those who do will be punished severely. My ARIA tablet is already in my hand. It only takes a second to power it on and glance at the screen. Struck with a moment of bewildered epiphany, a collective gasp emanates from every one of us.
The fuck?
Former Ultimate Apprentice? A single word at the beginning of my cherished title defiles an invaluably meaningful part of myself. No way. This to be some kind of sick joke. It wasn't supposed to end like this. Not after everything I've been through to get here. I refuse to believe this is real. I refuse.
I'm thrilled.
Former Ultimate Architect? That's a fun bit of irony, isn't it?
I'll make this even harder.
Bro, come on, I got my title only a few weeks ago and it's already gone. Man!
The fuck's wrong with you?
Does the thing really think it has the necessary permissions to revoke my role? What nonsense, utter garbage. It couldn't be.
Screw this!
Shuri, you know anything about this?
Apologize now.
Darlings, I don't. Only the headmaster has the authority to annul an ultimate title.
What do you think you're doing?
But to use such extreme measures on one of our beloved students, much less an entire class, it's inconceivable.
What?
The headmaster? Ha! That old chump.
I thought I
Newsflash,
made
pal.
myself clear.
This academy and all the schmucks in it are under new management.
Hello, airworms.
By our authority, you miserable airworms have been corrupted by vice and are hereby stripped of your titles. Airworms?
What nonsense is this?
Corrupted? Surely there is no reason to push such sensational claims.
That's suspicious.
There's only two ways someone can lose their ultimate talent. The first is failing the annual challenge and forfeiting your title to your challenger. Bro, which obviously didn't happen. The school year hasn't even started yet.
Give me a second.
And the second is if the school finds evidence of wrongdoing in the admissions process. Oh. Aha. So, there's been a thing about, people only getting their titles through contacts, not because of their actual talents, necessarily. Maybe that's what this is. They were technically ultimates, formally, but have been stripped of them and are now being forced into a killing game as a punishment.
Screw off!
Well, that's definitely not it either.
You can't be serious!
Anyway, look at it, this former ultimate thing is complete bullshit. I think our abductors in this thing are just trying to screw with us.
Completely wrong.
Feel free to delude yourselves however you wish. The truth remains immutable, inescapable. The truth that, in addition to all of you losing your titles,
Your lives are mine.
most among you will lose your lives as well. The room returns to total silence. Our restless denial dissolves into cutting, icy dread. We almost have suspected our captors would turn to violence, but hearing it spoken aloud is an entirely different experience.
Hear me well.
I see we're all paying attention now. That's good. Let me elaborate on what I expect from you all. There will indeed be a degree of killing on this school campus.
Want to murder anyone yet?
A killing game, to be exact. The Killing Class Festival of Class 17, held at our dear old Bittercookower Academy.
Oh no!
Bro, killing game? Like the kind you see all the time in TV shows and movies? Precisely.
Jesus Christ!
I love that Jesus Christ voice line he has. It's so theatrical. That's patently absurd. Who in the right mind would commit murder under these circumstances?
You are beyond therapy.
You'd be surprised what a victim of circumstance is capable of. With a sufficient motive, there isn't a depth too deep for the human mind.
How best to torment you.
You see, dear students, until our sorrowful song of slaughter reaches its grand finale, this school will be your permanent home.
I demand silence.
Without my permission, it is now impossible for you to leave or contact the outside world.
Rude.
We're being locked in here. This wasn't in any of the waivers I signed.
How could this happen?
You can't keep me here. My sister is probably on TV right now, begging and pleading for the release of yours truly.
This isn't it.
I have a life back home. I have a family, a younger brother, a mom.
Oh no.
I don't have parents, but I want to go home too.
I detest imbeciles.
Yes, I'm quite aware.
You are guilty of assholism.
Okay, sure. You guys are misunderstanding me. If only you'd let me actually finish instead of trauma dumping.
You'll be pleased to know.
The truth is, there are 2 reasons why I doubt any of you will be stuck here for long. The first reason is that escape will be freely granted during the killing game.
You bitch!
Yeah, I know your type. What's the catch?
Such harmonious screams.
If any student wants to leave above all else, all they must do is surrender their virtues to their basest desires. In simpler terms, they have to kill another student. Bro, what?
Kiss my grits.
Why do you sound so surprised? It's in the name, Killing Class Festival.
I should have expected this.
It's not surprising that I have to dumb everything down for our less gifted students, even further than I already have.
Die!
I want you to go stabby, knife to end their life, kill them in room temperature blood.
Touché.
I said the worst kind of blood.
You deserve worse.
Of course, this is the real world. You can't just get off scot-free after splitting someone's head open. That's far too easy, far too dull.
Want to murder anyone?
No,
yet?
the murder is only the start of your troubles, I'm afraid. From there on out, things will become more involved. Class trial?
The first thing you should do after committing murder is find an accomplice. Someone to rely on. Or throw under the bus if things get shaky.
Wait, what? Wait, is this gonna... Oh. Okay, is the way this is gonna work different?
Yes, the killer will be granted the privilege of choosing a conspirator to aid them in the coming class trial.
Okay, interesting. So this one is going for a different approach to it. I like how it's been introducing some little differences with other Fangans and Danganronpa games. The fact that obviously we have a teacher is interesting. That whole opening scene was very interesting as well, with some plot right up front. And now this. Let's see where this goes.
Ideally, you'd have cooperated before and during the act of making a corpse, but death never comes at a convenient moment.
So hang on, this raises all kinds of implications here for how a trial would play out.
And who am I to deny the occasional crime of passion? Oh, let's spice things up every once in a while.
No way! None of us would work with someone like that!
Unless you're forced to. So is it kind of like the killer can kill someone, then they can just name anyone and say, no, you're forced now to be the conspirator, you have to work with that person. So you know who the killer is, but you have to defend them. This is interesting. So how the mechanics of this work? Let's see.
How narrow-minded of you. Would you not respond with force if I threatened to burn your precious grimoire? But I'm getting ahead of myself. When 3 or more people witness a corpse at the same time, the body discovery announcement will sound for all to hear.
Okay, you just straight up clarifying that immediately. That's good. Assuming again that, you know, that doesn't include the murderer. What about a conspirator though? Could it include them?
3 simultaneous observers of the body, I stress. This isn't your average body discovery announcement. It's an advanced version of it.
Wait. So it'll only play if there's 3 people who witness it at the same time. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
From then on, the innocent, spotless students will investigate the crime. While the killer, and the conspirator if one exists,
Okay,
will
if
play
one
the
exists.
role of the blackened, undermining the truth at every turn.
Right. So it says if a conspirator exists, so it's not necessarily something that will happen. But I feel like since they brought it up, it's probably going to happen in most, if not all, cases, I'm guessing.
Once the investigation comes to an end, all of you will be cordially confined in our courtroom and forced to find the blackened student or students. And at the end, you will vote for a student to be executed. A fatal finale for a fruitless crime. If a spotless student receives the popular vote, all blackened students will earn the right to leave this academy. Meanwhile, the idiots who allowed a mere criminal to best them will be rightfully executed. Talk about a worst-case scenario. The rules are rules. I trust you'll strive to avoid this outcome.
Okay, so what happens if they vote for the blackened? Obviously the blackened will die in execution, but what about a conspirator? What happens to them?
So every spotless student dies? Is that not what I said, you short-sighted slacktivist? Pay attention during therapy. You're paying for it. If the killer receives the most votes, they alone will be executed.
Okay.
And our curriculum of carnage will continue.
So the conspirator, I'm guessing, isn't executed. They're just left with the spotless. Ooh, that's an interesting dynamic, though. So it's like, how will that work? Will that foster distrust? Or will everyone be like, well, apparently having a conspirator is a rule, you were probably forced into it? I mean, it depends actually how things play out, whether people are willing conspirators or not, I imagine.
But what about the conspirator, you ask? Well, after the trial, they will be cured of their vice and allowed to live on like any other spotless.
Why is cured highlighted? Is that just a fancy way of saying they'll survive and they'll keep going? Or is there something more?
Oh, boo-hoo! How unfair! They're a filthy, rotten backstabber who nearly doomed you all to mass execution. And you can't do anything about it. Except kill them, of course. Finally, if the conspirator receives a relative majority, they alone will be executed.
Oh.
And things will proceed as usual.
So the conspirator can be executed in place of the actual blackened?
This time, the killer is spared. And will continue to walk among you as the game continues. Particularly outrageous, isn't it?
Well, it's an interesting dynamic. So you could vote for someone who's technically innocent, who hasn't actually done the crime. They may have helped with it, whether intentionally or otherwise, and they could be executed. But then the actual killer doesn't get to go. And then, oh, this is interesting. Because then the actual killer has to stay in the academy and continue on with everyone else. The question is, I assume here, that at the end of a trial, if we voted correctly for either a killer or a conspirator, I imagine our mascot friend here will reveal whether they are the killer or the conspirator. And they may well reveal who the killer is, possibly, if everyone's voted for the conspirator. So that's interesting. Does that mean we could have a dynamic later on in the game where we have a known killer in our midst? Oh, that's going to be interesting, because that's something I think that many people have probably talked about, how it'd be kind of cool in a Fangan to have something like that. Because that was the thing about V3 Trial 3, wasn't it? Spoiler alert. That people were sort of saying there was missed potential with that one. Because obviously with V3 Trial 3, it's Korekio who kills Tenko and Anji. But people said there was missed opportunity there because they'd made out, the Monokubs that is, that if there were two killers, only the first of them would be executed and the other one would have to keep living in the group. So there was missed potential there. I guess this Fangan is going to have a case now where a conspirator gets executed and the actual killer has to stay among the group, but we're going to know who that killer is, and that's probably going to create all kinds of distrust.
They were the ones who did the dirty deed, yet their lackey took the fall.
This is insane! You little shit!
How do you expect us to solve actual murders, especially when up to two of us are actively working against the group?
You'll be pleased to know.
Well, it'll certainly be hard, but it's not impossible. Surely it's not too much to ask of a group of such prestigious...
Such harmonious
Oh wait,
screams.
you're not Ultimates anymore. How unfortunate. But too bad. Snoop around and collect alibis, because this will be a mandatory assignment.
What a stupid idea.
Oh, and a word of advice. If two people start vouching for each other really passionately, they're probably both blackened. Probably.
Hear me well.
The rules describing the two blackened roles will be known as the kill-cure system. Well, there's the name of the game.
Let's see how this turns out.
There's also a few technicalities when it comes to multiple victims, multiple killers, tied votes, suicides, yada yada yada. We'll burn those bridges if we come to them. For now, keep things simple.
Your nefarious deeds end here!
I refuse to participate in this. That's fine.
I don't understand.
What?
Surprised to see me?
I mentioned before, there are 2 reasons why your imprisonment will not last long.
My oh my.
The possibility of a blackened victory is the first. However, it is just that, a possibility.
Trying to ruin my game.
There's always the chance that you colourful cretins will prove more intelligent than anticipated, solving every murder that comes your way.
Stop this now.
Even worse is a scenario in which no murders happen at all, for an extended period of time.
So?
Sounds like something for us to strive for, then.
Nonsensical.
I do not have the patience to wait for a tragedy that will never come.
Tempting.
And as the merciful nature of my other half will surely fade away as time passes, so too will my interest in this killing game.
How best to torment you.
Therefore, once the festival reaches 34 days, I shall declare caesura and bring this symphony to a swift conclusion. Did I pronounce that right? I hope I did. When that happens, the only rule remaining will be that of survival of the fittest.
Is that?
Bro, so kind of like a sudden death match.
Oh?
If that helps you understand, then so be it.
Die!
True chaos will be brought forth. The bonds forged throughout your time here will be mercilessly trampled as I turn friend against friend.
Pretentious!
Allies betrayed and slaughtered without a second thought. The most cherished of ideals, broken for the sake of self-preservation. And at the end of it all, spectres of agony and shame will linger over the ruins of Bitokukawa with a single prayer on their lips.
Such harmonious screams.
Only one will remain. The rest will burn. A painful shiver courses through my body. I recognise that phrase. It was the hint given to us at the beginning of the escape room. The ever-growing dread I had been nurturing throughout the creature's cruel explanation takes on a new form. A vision of the destroyed academy, our corpses strewn across the courtyard as the authorities frantically, hopelessly search for survivors. Is this what he's going to do to us?
Want to murder anyone yet?
Please forgive me if I'm being a little vague about what will happen. In truth, I would like for much of it to remain a surprise. And by the look of things, a bit of secrecy can leave a lasting impression.
Not faking, pal.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Fate is cruel.
So that must be the second reason why you don't expect her to stay here very long. Okay, so that's another interesting rule. After a certain amount of time has passed, he's going to basically create a complete deathmatch anyway. We're going to die in a month or so. Is that it?
Hear me well.
Well, no one's fate is set in stone. I won't count on a miracle, though. Just to be safe, you should play the killing game as intended.
Distasteful.
The procedures of the class trial are well defined and meticulously enforced. Much better than taking your chances with an unknown rule set.
To think you would...
Threatening as that may be, we will not bow to your whims.
Unacceptable.
None of us will commit murder.
Completely wrong.
That's what they all say, but they never mean it. You're simply performing an act of self-righteousness to keep up appearances. I love the little laugh. No matter. It'll be fun to watch your sense of justice shatter and crumble to dust. Cut the humour. This farce has gone way too far.
It's messed up.
Yeah, bro, this ain't funny anymore. Can we go back to the part where we're all ganging up on you?
Lament.
To turn the table so suddenly, only a demon could bring about such a swift change in fortune.
Jesus Christ!
I love his sprite as well. Someone call the police, call the Navy, call animal control.
My oh my.
If only, but there isn't service here, Tux.
I am deeply disappointed.
I suspected as much. It is simply inconceivable that he would allow us to contact the outside world after going through all this effort to contain us.
This is the outcome, then.
As such, there is not much more we can do to leverage the situation. Our only weapon is to stay calm and... Stay calm. Stay calm when this hellspawn is enticing us into breaking the sixth most important commandment. 6, that one has to be at least a number 2, after the one that says you need to take the day off on Sunday.
Okay, it's bad.
I suggest we run. Probably can't chase all of us at once.
I would never.
No, I won't force anyone to fend for themselves.
What a shame.
Okay, you can be the meat shield then.
Damn it!
Someone distract this fucking monkey or something. The rest of us can swim to safety.
I'm a little concerned.
We're miles away from the mainland.
I'm gonna strike.
I could try throwing my megaphone at it. It's like 4 kilograms, so it might do a lot of damage.
How dare you!
I can hear you, you know. I feel like he's going to make an example of someone. He's going to kill the teacher. I feel like it.
Too late to back down.
Oh, bro, I got it. Throw the short one.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I love this sprite as well.
How
violent.
I think throwing people will just make it more angry. We must find a way to resolve this matter peacefully.
I didn't mean to.
This is too much. Coco, how could you do something like this?
Coco? Coco! Don't you dare mistake me for that insufferable, saccharine, spineless, uninspired excuse for a mascot!
What would you prefer to be known as, then?
I am Bizzarosaru, Vice Counselor at Bitokukawa Academy, and unequivocal master of your minds and bodies.
Okay, Bizzarosaru.
And if you don't think about hurting yourself or others within the next 30 days, I'll have failed at my job.
I'll just call them Bizarre. Him, her. Him, her, they, it. I'll call them Bizarro for short. Bizzarosaru. Charge. Into this chamber. There has to be a parallel process in here. Right. I think let's see. Anything else? Ship. Aha! That looks like parallel processing unit. Number 3, got it. PDA. Oh, that is
now
fantastic.
I just need to build the test over, and I can disable that satellite tower.